Okay, so I picked a handful of the originals that I kind of liked, and I'm assuming that most of you will be able to demo it. Let me set screen sharing so that you can actually share. Casey Bond here is one of the games I like, but she says her laptop is not strong enough to run it at the same time as Unity. So I'm going to attempt to play it, her game for her. And so I may not do very well because I'm not that good at playing games. And then we'll do, then I'll give it to Anthony Cassis to show us his block bounce game. And then Adam Levinson will do his dodgeball hoopster puzzler. Is Millet here? Millet. Nick's here, yeah. And Nick is going to show us his procedural rooms. And if time permits, I'll let some of the people who did the John Lemon game that have reasonably good versions of it present. Nick Barry, you're one of these people. Noah Hickson, I'll let you show yours too if we have time. And Mr. Hild, I don't see Hild. But anyway, let me right away do Casey's game. Hers, I think one of the things I liked the most about hers was the art design. She went for this very nice kind of cartoony world that is very nicely decorated. It has these trees and grass and mushrooms and so forth in the different levels. At this point, she has one level that is composed of these two islands. The level 2 is not fleshed out yet, but I assume that it's coming. And she has a very nice menu system here that has a nice settings. Whoops, let me move these guys down here. It has a nice settings that you can control the music, which I believe I have turned off here. A nice addition is the lights. You can turn on and off or adjust the intensity of the light. And when we play, we go into a scene select, at this point only level 1. And we're now in the scene. She has, her AI is this little cat. And I'm encouraging her to make the cat more than just a passive pet, but actually something that will lead her around the scene. The damage objects are these yellow stones here, and she has a nice slider that changes color as things go on. Somewhere deep up in the forest here, if I can get to it, are the goals of the game. And this is pretty laggy even on my computer, so I understand the issues. Where is... This is an exploration game, and so there's clearly a lot of exploring.
There's an aspect, like I put mushrooms on the ground to kind of help, like if you look for them, they can guide you to the...
Oh, okay. So I was not aware of that. That's a, thank you for that point. I'm I'm going to kind of cheat here a little bit. Where am I? If I can kind of cheat here a little bit and know where I am. I'm sorry for cheating, but the targets of the game are these menhir stones, these nice standing stones. And of course, you get points when you collect these things. At this point, they kind of are collectible in the sense that you can just keep going after them until you get enough points. I'm also encouraging her to make them not repeatable, so we go into the win scene and then back to the menu. And there's of course a lose scene if you penetrate the stones too much. And I didn't catch the fact that the mushrooms lead someplace, but I'll pay attention to that more the next time I play this. My encouragement to her is to add this feature. Where is it? Cat points the way. And she's promised me that she'll do something with this, but life has gotten in the way. The idea here is that the little pet is more than just a companion, but actually also points the way towards the closest stone. And I wanted this because I couldn't find the stones because I didn't recognize the mushroom things. But this points to the closest stone. And when we target that stone, it turns off so that we don't get points again. And it's now pointing to the next nearest stone over here. And so we have an assistant here that leads us around. The other thing that I recommend her to do is to move the pet's target position out in front of the player instead of targeting on the player. This is a common mistake with following AIs, is that we have them target too closely to the player, and so they end up on top of us or underneath us or behind us, and we don't see them. Have them target a spot out in front of the player, and this is as easy as putting an empty game object on my player that is set some distance out in front, and use that as the target of the follower. So I'm going to stop sharing there, and I thought I liked Casey's game. It was very creative and original. So now I want to turn on to Anthony Cassis's game, and this one I couldn't play for you if you wanted to. It's really hard. So Anthony, share screen and show us your game, and I hope you can play it better than I can, because it's really hard. So you're here, ready?
Yeah. Can you
Take
hear
it
me?
away. Take it.
All right. Let me.
Yes, I agree, Nick.
All right. See this?
Yep.
All right. Cool. So I have a start screen for my game. The basic idea of this game is you have like this. It's like a rope swinging type game that you can like go from the start of a level to the end of the level. And I'm going to have things that you can collect on the way. With the simple goal just being reaching the end of the level. So this is the start menu I have right now. I got 2 levels that I'm working on. So the tutorial level, I'm not sure what's going on with the lighting, but whenever I switch over to the
You have to bake the lighting manually and have the lighting already baked. Otherwise, when it goes into the scene, it doesn't have the baked lighting. So all you have to do is in that scene bake the lighting. And
okay.
And
So, yeah.
Okay. So go ahead.
That's simple enough fix. But I'll just run it from here so that we can actually see what's going on.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so I'm using these
Uh,
bird assets that I bought from Asset Store for like $20. And the idea is like you can walk up to them and then jump on them and you'll bounce. Kind of difficult to get it right.
It's really
But,
difficult.
Um,
There you go.
so it's just the simple idea of that. And then there's these hooks that are up in the air hanging off of the trees that you can swing from just from left clicking and holding down on it. And then, yeah, you can run with shift
Which
key.
was a really cool extension to the laser gun that Anthony did for the laser gun assignment. Yeah, at this point,
Yeah, you just
I
keep on going.
didn't make any progress beyond that point. I'm terrible at platformers.
So then these birds, same idea, you can bounce off them, but you also can hook on them. Oh, I missed. Yeah, that's another thing you work on is once you get reset, it resets the birds. But
Oh, so a checkpoint. That's good.
yeah. So yeah, you can also hook onto these birds and swing around. And then yeah, it's basic idea of the game.
And it's great. It's really hard, and it's nicely decorated, nice cartoon style. The flamingos are a humorous touch, and this whole grapple idea is like beyond cool. It's almost Spider-Man like, so.
Yeah, that was really the main idea of the game, was trying to get something so that I can just swing around, kind of like Spider-Man. It's a lot of fun.
He's making it look effortless. It's not, but he's played it.
If you have a mouse.
He's played it a lot.
Yeah.
So
sometimes if I get bored, I just sit there and swing.
Well, that's great, Anthony. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Be wonderful if you could fight your way through Webgl Publisher so that you could, the Webgl Publisher is a package on the package manager. And once you add this package, you can then compile a WebGL game as simple as pressing a publish button, and it uploads it to the Unity servers, where you then get a URL that you can give to people and they can all play the game. So Anthony, if you can fight your way through getting that to work, the WebGL Publisher, and getting a URL for this, you could distribute your game to the class via your published URL on the Unity servers. That would be very cool. Okay, thank you. The next one here is Mr. Levinson. Are you here? Where are you?
I am here.
Okay, Adam. So Adam has a puzzler. This is a combination of different mechanics here. We've got dodgeball and shooting hoops, and it's interesting world design. Go ahead, take it away, Adam.
Sure. Let me go and share my screen really quick. Really the main inspiration for this game was, I don't know if you guys played Halo Reach, but there was a fun mini game where there's like a trash compactor and things would fall from the top. Second, I'm just trying to play it. All right, there we go. Can you guys see that all right?
Yeah, it's great.
All right. So you walk over here. I wanted to make it pretty enclosed and somewhat linear, but we've got a bunch of balls falling randomly here. Try to run up them. If they make contact with you, they do a little bit of damage. This is still relatively early in development. I need to go and add a few features. As you can see, it's not that boxed in here, but we can go and stop that dropper, grab pickup. I added some doors, and I'm still trying to get the AI working, but I've got a guy who chases you, and now you have to go and cross this bridge. Again, everything is pretty random, so it's kind of hard to not die and avoid everything. Get across here, drop a little trap door, and he falls down. And I spent a lot of time trying to get this little basketball mini game to work. I think it's pretty fun. I practiced it a lot, so I got that first try. But that also gives you points, sets an animation to drop that wall and climb up here and collect the last pickup. I still need to figure out the lighting and everything with that, but that's the game.
Very cool. Very cool. Again, when we transition among scenes, you have to transition to a scene that has baked lighting, that has the lighting generated manually so that it's actually in a little folder underneath the thing. Adam, when I played it, I did the same kind of trick, get over to the side and go up the ramp. And up at the top of the ramp, there's an opening that I was able to fall off the side of. And so that needs to be fixed. But so I thought this was clever. It had, it wasn't just a single mechanic. It wasn't just fighting your way up a ramp of balls. It had the buttons that had to be pressed. It had a sidewards target, and the hoopster thing was just off the top as a cool device. So very good. Thank you. Thank you, Adam. Nick Millett. This one I never figured out how to play. So Nick, you're on. This one had a lot of rooms, and I couldn't figure out how to get through them.
All right, can you see it?
Yeah, but the art design here is like over the top good, and go ahead, tell us about it.
Yeah, so I have this basic menu. These two characters that just sit through their idle animations. The training level doesn't actually work yet, but it's basically just a procedural dungeon. You can open the doors with E. I gotta add,
that was.
I want to add.
You
like
got to
a
put that
pop-up.
in the instructions. I didn't know how to open the door.
I want to add a pop-up that's like press E to interact, but I didn't think of it when I was doing it. These are my AI that are supposed to chase you, but for some reason they hide in the corner.
Are they based on the bot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I like kind of mash the like shooting into them, but for some reason I think they can see the character through, like see the player through walls. So I have to get that to not break, because they all do it. And yeah, you just have to go through and find the end of the level and fight your way through. And the layout of all these levels are completely random every time.
So lots of rooms. Can you pause the game and show the top-down view in the scene view so that we can see all the so we can see your layout, because it's pretty fabulous. There's a whole bunch of rooms. And these are procedurally laid out too, right? They're not, it's not deterministic and.
Yeah, so I can change what each room looks like. And then they basically take up like a cell on a board. And then it creates a random path to the end, which can sometimes be very long.
It's great. So.
And yeah, there's a pause menu that sometimes doesn't like to work because of the mouse breaking out of it.
Yeah, bugs are inevitable, and we spend the rest of our lives fixing them.
Yeah, and then you find the end and you interact with it, and yeah, you get the win scene.
Very cool. So again, the art design on this is really nice. The rooms look really well decorated, and the mechanics are all there. And I'm sure you'll figure out what's wrong with your AIs before next week. So that's all very cool. Is Bellew here? No. Okay. Mr. Barry, if you want to show your game, you're
Sure.
left. Oh, there you are, Nick. Nick did John Lemon, and I think was one of the few people to successfully implement the third person view, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead, Nick.
All right. So trying to get rid of that. Okay. All right, so I have some options here where I can choose the difficulty, the camera view, and I can choose the character I want.
This is really nice, this part right here.
Yeah, so I go with like blue, and then so my easy training level is pretty much just a regular tutorial.
If you mute it, Adam, then we'll be able. Unity does this strange thing where it blocks out voice when there's noise. Nice sound engineering here, by the way. You notice the sound changed as he moved from one to the other. Nice spooky sound.
Yeah, so for this one, I basically added a key that you have to get. So I made the exit over here. If you go over here, it tells you the key is required. And basically, I just made the ghost faster for the hard scene. And then you have to go find a key that's going to be located on the other side of the map and then go all the way back.
Oh, so your exit's on the left now?
Yeah, for the hard scene. So you have to go get a key on the other side of the map and then come all the way back. I'll try to beat it. It's actually pretty hard.
You should have demoed the easy scene.
That'd be too easy.
Too easy, okay.
Oh man. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You have to pick up a key over there, and then when you get it, you come back and
I think you had a nice win scene too. Like you can cheat and go ahead and show your win scene if you want.
all right.
I think I played a lot of games and I'm not sure which is the win scene that I like.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
that's not. It's somebody else's. Never mind.
Yeah.
There was somebody who the win scene was might have been Mr. Hickson's. I don't know. All right. So, can you show the third person?
oh yeah.
Because this was one of the harder parts of adapting John Lemon was setting it up so you could play it as a third person instead of the top-down view.
Yeah. So this is a top down, then if you press space, it switches to third person.
And that was a nice touch too. That was a really nice touch to be able to switch.
Yeah, you can do that. And then you can just switch back.
Are you using Cinemachine?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the other nice touch was using the Cinemachine system, which is a high test camera that does a lot of really cool stuff, and Nick took advantage of that. Very good. Okay, Mr. Hickson, you're here. If you want to show yours. Are you here? No, he's bailed. Okay, well, we still have a little time left, so if anyone wants to demo their game, raise your hand.
I do have something I could show.
Go ahead, David.
All right.
Nick asks, did you put that music in or was it?
I put the start menu music in. It's just the Black Ops 3 zombies music, and then the actual scene came with the spooky music or whatever.
All right, so we get to see what. So I don't actually have any levels designed yet because I'm making a puzzle game. And with a puzzle game, really with any game, you need to fully know all of your mechanics before you can design a level. But at this point,
Oh, you have this cool gun. Yeah, this is a cool gun.
apparently you can't maximize while the game is running. Yeah, I did model this gun myself. I got a asset on sale from the store called Plexels, which lets you model things with this sort of volumetric blobby effect, which is the basis for a lot of things. First of all, so you can shoot out your slimes here. These are little guys that will follow you around, and when they get close to each other, it uses it to like lock together like this.
Yeah.
And make these shapes. It has been a few changes since the last time I submitted a thing.
It's really cool.
Yeah, but I put a lot of work in making a particle effect have the volumetric effect as it's going through the air. You can see it's leaving off these corners, like leaving off the these blobs of slime behind it, and it starts to blob, and it'll like blob with each other.
So you made this gun yourself? I mean, this is
Yeah, all the visual effects is me with help from the Claypool's asset
really
to
good.
actually make the blob possible. But adapting it to particles is not easy. So here's the new things. Now I can shoot it against things and it'll stick. And when I shoot it at the ground, all these slimes will stay there. And then I just need to press Q to call them towards me. They'll fall down and then come towards me. And so the idea being, you can see there's a limited number on the right side. There's a meter. Once you run out, the effect in the gun disappears, and I can no longer shoot anymore. I'll call them back to me. And yeah, so my idea is for like puzzles is to, like here, I can use one as a platform to get up onto this ledge that I can't otherwise, which could have uses. You can also build on top of other slimes, and it has this springy effect. As soon as you disconnect the bottom one, it'll start to dismantle itself slowly, and it'll come towards me eventually.
I love it.
And I set up this thing just to show, this is just on a hinge joint connected to nothing, to the world. So if I add this, you can see that the gravity, or it can add weight to objects, which is used in some puzzles.
That's
So I can just keep this
fantastic.
spinning if I time it right. Oh, here is a showcase of a glitch. See, I was glitching out like that. This is because of how Plexels works. When two objects in the same group, I guess, is very far apart, it starts to become lower poly. So I can call that one back to me. And you'll see it glitch out until eventually it's back to normal.
Cool.
The fix for this, I guess, would to localize them. Like it would take a thing, it would find groups of these pixels or these slimes, and based on where they are, put them in their own groups. I already have one script that is moving the origin of the group to where I am whenever I get too far away from it, because otherwise it would get low poly if I just get really far from 0, 0 in the world. There's a lot of stuff I like doing, like you can just make this big old structure and then just press Q and it'll fall to the ground. Comes towards me.
Oh, I love it. That's great. That's great, Dave.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is very cool. Everyone seems to concur. Okay, so let me look at chat here, because I think people are saying things. Yeah, okay. Epic gun. Yeah, I agree. That is cool. Very cool. Okay, anyone else feel like showing off what they've got? And this is not limited to original games. If you have a functioning tank game or adventure or lemon, and anything's fair game here. No one else is brave. Mr. Looney, you had a reasonably good tank game.
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now, but I can hop on my laptop and pull it up.
Okay, go ahead. We have time. The tank game was hard for everybody because Unity decided to deprecate the scriptable AI for the tank game tutorial right in the middle of our semester. And so the tank game got a lot harder because there wasn't this clear tutorial for how to set up the AI tanks. Hopefully that'll be fixed in most of the tank games, because I did release my successful version of the scriptable AI for tanks that people can incorporate. Have you done that, Brody? You're getting your laptop. Okay.
I've been working on the AI and I have it to the point where it can patrol, but I can't get it into like the chase action or attack action. So I've been trying to figure that out.
Did you look at the version that I posted?
Yeah, I've been looking at that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pulling up Unity right now too, and then I'll switch over.
Yeah, I did that tutorial ages ago, and so I have the solution to it. I don't have the tutorial. It's unfortunate, but I would think that the autonomous moving agents tutorial that Penny DeBly put up would work in the tanks too, but it's still hard. I'm disappointed everybody left. Why did everyone leave?
So that's the one thing I didn't show in my demonstration is that if you change the colors of the slime, it'll also change the colors of like the projectile and the different things. So I figured that might fulfill the requirement of like a custom character.
Yep,
All right.
that would be sufficient.
All right.
The key thing in the choice of character is the choice.
Hmm.
Having that opportunity to choose something and having some mechanic for making that choice is what I'm actually looking for. I don't really care whether the character is a different color or has a different gun or, you know, whatever. Okay,
All right,
so,
can you see that?
yep, we can.
Should I mute the audio? So yeah, so this is from just doing the tutorial basically. My sliders around the tank look a little bit off right now because I'm trying to put an ammo slider in and it's just overlapping on my health slider right now. But say I can use either tank. This is the player versus player mode. And then they move pretty fast, but can change that. And then you can see now my health slider is showing. And so there you go when you finish them off. The damage is pretty high right now too. I think of that when I submit like the final project, I might drop the damage a little bit just so this each level lasts a little bit longer, because right now it's like if you get 2 good hits on a tank, then they're done.
And you have finite bullets too, right?
Yeah, I can, like I said, I don't have the slider working perfectly yet, but I'll just use all the bullets from this one and then it'll show that you can't.
And you
So-
have a repair shop somewhere.
I don't have the repair shop in
Oh, I
yet.
thought-
I'm planning on probably, what I was thinking is maybe putting it, so like if you drive through here, you can start repairing.
Yeah.
Kind of what I thought, maybe because it's just kind of like a little hangar. So that, and then I don't know, somewhere else I was thinking, well,
I
There'll
use
be
the
a spot.
helipad. The helipad's a nice device for,
yeah, but I noticed with the helipad, you can't go on it. It's just like tank stops. So do you have it so yours can go on to it?
you might have to move it down.
Just
so that
drop it a little.
Yeah, drop it so it's flush with the terrain and then rebake the nav mesh. Yeah, you can either that or you can put a bigger collider around it that is the trigger.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so I'm gonna make the repair shop and then I'll also make a spot on the map where you can refill on ammo.
yeah, good. Some people have done pickups for the ammo, you know,
Oh, that actually sounds pretty cool. I might do that.
little boxes of that, you know, little things that look like bullets or something that you can pick up and then have more. So that's another way to do it. And yeah, that UI showing the bullets, doing the ring thing is very good. Having the UI there on the character. Okay, well, anybody else want to show anything else? We have 9 minutes left, so. Anybody else? No? Well, in that case, I'm done with class. I'll stay and answer questions, and unless anybody has anything more to show, I'll call it quits. And it was a lot of fun, I don't know if I mentioned this in this class, but this is the 10th time that I've taught this class, and it's my last time that I've taught this class because I'm retiring this semester. I looked back at my class records, and between 312 and 412, I've had close to 600 students go through the Unity class. A lot of them ended up working over at VME because the VME lab is a Unity shop, although they're beginning to play with Unreal Engine, which, you know, that's fine. Unreal's the big alternative to Unity. But it's been a really fun ride. This has been a really great class to teach. Because you guys bring so much enthusiasm to it. It's really fun. So unless anybody has anything to say, I'll turn off recording so that we're off the record.